WBCB presents Pro Wrestling Weekly,
the longest-running pro wrestling radio talk show in the history of terrestrial radio.
And he's obviously Michael Cole.
Call in with a question or comment at 215-949-3232 or 888-922-2149.
Talking wrestling.
Yeah.
Because that's what this show's about. That's what we've been doing for over 16 years.
No. It's about sports entertainment.
And now here are your hosts of Pro Wrestling Weekly, Fearon and Lucas DeSangro.
Will you stop marking out over there?
Sorry.
Move over, kid. I'm taking your microphone.
You're shallow, you know that?
I'm running on 2 hours of sleep. I don't remember what the hell I do anymore.
Shut up!
There's the sound of the bell, and we are set to go. This is Pro Wrestling Weekly here on 1490 WBCB and online at WBCB1490.com. Fearon Derry here with you alongside Lucas DeSangro, who, wow, if looks could kill, I would have collapsed on this counter.
If looks, it wasn't a look. I'm just exhausted. I'm sorry. Wasn't meant to be a slight.
That was a thing. That's for sure.
Sorry, it's my resting Twitch face.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
And if you replace the letters T-W... Oh,
yeah,
no,
you said that one last night, and I pulled a sting at Victory Road. I agree.
Well, it's funny that you mentioned that, because later today I'll actually be working on a podcast with Eric from Minnesota. We're actually talking about Bret Hart and Steve Austin from WrestleMania 13. So that does have an applicable context.
Yes, it does.
It most certainly does. And also joining us here in studio, Ryan from Northeast Philly.
Hey, how we
Usually
doing?
here as part of the Goblet-esque things.
Yes.
Sometimes,
yeah. Longtime friend of the show that kind of makes an occasional appearance. Almost as often as the self-professed Fugazi wrestling fan, Mike Samsel.
somebody has to carry Twitch when he's, halfway awake. So
Yeah, no, that's usually Fearon, but
well, hey,
Is that how it's...
he can't do it every week. So
That's how it's going to be today, huh?
I hope not.
Oh, man.
I'm just trying to have a nice and easy show. Thankfully, Ed's gonna save me. I hope that's Ed.
you hope.
Are you sure? I mean...
Fingers crossed.
If it's Barnett, then I'm just gonna walk. But with my luck, it is Barnett. Everyone's gonna slag on Twitch today. Old Twitchy no belts. That's
Well, I wasn't going to get into that, but I mean, now that you mention it,
Since you brought it up.
Alongside the "and no longer," is that the hashtag to
no.
use?
What do we call it? X?
As opposed to "and
Former?
new" or "and still"?
There isn't really a hashtag for I lost
Maybe that's a
the
hashtag.
tag titles. Probably. It's not,
Hashtag it's over?
Yeah.
Oh,
it's over.
You want to just shut the show down and just say, forget it, we're going to go home?
Yay. I need a nap.
Yay!
There you go.
No, I was going to say former tag team champion of the MFPW.
Boo!
I know.
Now, as much as we were, I mean, you had to go through a literal gauntlet.
Not entirely. I mean, we beat one team and we lost to the next, and the team that beat us didn't even win the titles.
Well, that's sometimes how these gauntlet matches go.
I know. But good news is we do have a rematch.
Who? Very interesting.
Well, I mean, it is sort of the thing, champion rematch clause. Primal Fear did pin us, but they didn't win the tag titles, so I'm sure they're probably going to try and say something about that, but it's not in the rules.
Indeed. Well, there are a few tidbits to get into here, as tomorrow is Elimination Chamber.
Indeed.
yes, sir.
I was trying to get a Funaki reference in, but I couldn't think of anything quick enough.
Well, yeah, it isn't a SmackDown pay-per-view. Darn it.
Well, I meant more of your Indeed.
SmackDown #1.
That's right. You were. I was going to say you were toddling when the Indeed thing was going on.
No, but that Indeed thing was meant to be a Funaki reference, but that was really. There's only other, unless you want to bring up Kung Fu Naki, but I don't think anyone does.
We're trying not to.
Yeah,
Well,
But since you did,
Or Kai and Tai.
it's already there.
I mean, let's just leave it where it is,
Yeah,
and
we'll go ahead.
let's
Move
not
on.
address it.
Yeah,
It's
I
like
guess.
me whenever I tell a joke. We're just gonna let it marinate and die a slow, painful death.
So anyway, how about that Elimination Chamber, man?
Yeah, later in the show we'll have predictions certain to go wrong for the pay-per-view, and that will be certainly a good amount of fun. And well, we'll see what other fun and hijinks we can get into along with that here. I was looking for something else here, but we'll get into that in a little bit. So, did you hear what Mark Henry had to say to TMZ?
I did not, but I am reading the story now, and it's just one of those things of, I agree with him. It would just, I think it would be really funny to see, though. Just like...
Well, yeah, for those who may have missed it, TMZ had spoken to Mark Henry, and for some reason they've been really hyped up on the bring Hulk Hogan back to WWE thing, as they've had a few stories.
Must be a slow news day for them.
I don't know. I mean, TMZ has lots of things.
But why? Why bring back Hulk Hogan? Besides making appearances, what could he possibly contribute?
I mean, it is
No,
Hulk Hogan.
Yes, it is
So-
Hulk Hogan, but then, but is he... But when you say bring back Hulk Hogan, does that mean bring him back as somebody backstage, or...
In what capacity?
Exactly.
That's what he's
Bringing
saying.
when I think of bringing back, insert name here, I would think bringing them back as a part of the company on at least a regular basis.
Right. Understood.
Whereas Hulk Hogan, even when he was with WWE, he just had a Legends contract and would appear every so often.
Every once in a while, that
think
sort
He
of
just
thing.
make a cameo.
No.
Like the only bringing back would have been for Raw 1000.
Right.
Or sorry, not Raw 1000. Raw 25th anniversary.
Which is kind of ironic because Hulk Hogan's involvement in Raw was minimal anyway.
Exactly. But it's not like he can wrestle anymore. I understand bringing back Ric Flair every now and then because his daughter's in the company and she's SmackDown Live Women's Champion, but I don't know. I think,
There's
yes,
nothing to
bring
be
him back
gained
into the
from Hogan.
fold, but don't,
Right.
it's...
There really isn't anything to be gained from
Brother.
bringing Hogan back.
Although, what did Mark Henry say, though?
Well, he said that he would be open to Hulk Hogan returning to WWE if he simply apologizes to the company's current black wrestlers.
That would be actually pretty great to see, though.
Yeah.
Especially
Would that be a network special?
All right, all 7 of you.
Oof.
Yeah.
All 7 of you. Well,
I'm sure there's more, but I'm not entirely... there's...
Not anymore. There's 6 now. 5.
Keeping it safe,
Going
I
down
suppose.
as we can.
No, I was going to say, there's Apollo, there's Titus, Sasha... Street Profits, but
I get
we're
it.
counting
No,
NXT.
that's where we're going with this. Okay. So we're going to go ahead and say bring Hogan back.
Why?
Why not?
I was gonna say, where are you going with this keeping track of this? And I have a name for it that I know will get me in trouble, so I'm not going to not going to entertain it here on the air.
No, it just brought up a good question of how many African American wrestlers are there in the company, and do we count NXT?
I would say it's a interval
I
part.
don't
of
know.
the company.
That's now I'm thinking about it, that is kind of a curious. All right, so we've got Apollo. I'm just kind of.
Titus, we have.
Well, I'm just looking at the list here and kind of going
Is this main
along
roster
the way
alone,
here.
or-
Jason Jordan.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was gonna say, and where do we count it along the spectrum
Yes.
here? So this is why this is a bad
and that's
idea.
why, that's a good point. And that's why I didn't want to ask that question because that was going to be my next one. Because then, yeah, Shelton Benjamin, he's one. But anyway,
right. Yeah,
Well done,
this is a game where nobody wins.
that wasn't my intention, but yeah.
Where's I don't even know where to go from this here.
Never
Actually,
say
no,
never in wrestling.
We'll go to this.
Strange game. The only winning move is not to play. How about a nice game of chess?
There we go. Wrestle chess.
There we
Maybe
go.
not.
I guess I heard that last
War
part.
Games reference.
Nice.
Figured that would. But yeah, as I said, TMZ's been heavy on the Bring Hogan Back campaign, and it's probably a matter of when, not if, because, well, you never say never in wrestling, as you had noted, because much to the surprise of everybody, and
Yes. Yes. Oh my goodness, yes.
this is something that threw me for a loop without question.
In fact, I was the one that texted you this.
Yeah, I had heard about it, but I was kind of on the fence.
I thought I saw a kayfabe news reference, but then when I actually saw the thing and it didn't say kayfabe news, I was very shocked.
Yeah, definitely. But no, WWE announcing that Jeff Jarrett will be inducted into the WWE Hall of Fame. Yeah, let that sink in for a minute.
Oh, it has. It has. It's just,
I, for one, feel like it's a no-brainer, but that's my opinion.
what do you mean it's a no-brainer?
Oh, man. Jeff Jarrett, this is well-deserved. I mean, it was a long time coming. He did a lot of he did a lot for the company.
He also
broke 6,000
he's done a lot
guitars,
in
never drew a dime.
Hey.
Thank you, Mike Graham.
I may be alone on this one,
Never.
and I have no problem.
You know what else he also did that is very surprising to me is like he did
He
so
broke 6,000 guitars, never drew a dime.
started a successful
Sorry, because
company.
I walked right into that one, and then Ryan talked over it the first time.
Yeah, Ryan talked over it the first time, so that was the way to sneak it in so it could actually be heard.
Well done.
What I was going to say, yes, he did do a lot for the company. You know what else he did? A lot for the other company.
Understood.
In
Yes.
fact, he founded the opposition, and then he also held up Vince McMahon for a lot of money.
Hey.
Well, yeah, I mean,
Hey.
we'll go
And
briefly
if
over
Vince
a lot
McMahon
of that.
is okay with it.
Is
we
he
should all
though?
be okay with it.
I mean,
Well, if he
it's
wasn't,
just-
then it wouldn't be announced.
I'm not against it. I'm just shocked.
Yeah, was it? I'm
I'm
I'll agree to
extremely
that.
shocked.
I will agree with that. It was something that a lot of people weren't expecting.
For
lot
multiple, like
sooner
if I
than
was,
people were expecting.
I'm not against it, but if I was Vince McMahon, I don't know.
As far as the Hall of Fame, though, I mean, you look at some of the people that are already in it. I mean,
China's
and-
not.
understood, agreed.
Well,
I
here-
put
should
China
be.
in before Jeff Jarrett.
I have no problem with both of them going together, but
Well, I mean, we already have a woman's entry, though. Is it going to be? Are we going to have?
Ivory, yeah.
So is it already going to? Is it? Or are we also going to have a posthumous entry? That is also a woman.
Don't know. Well, that we'll find out. But for those who aren't too terribly familiar with Jarrett's history, it'll be his first appearance in WWE in 18 and a half years.
Since
Jarrett was last with the company on October 17th, 1999, losing the Intercontinental Championship to China in the infamous Good Housekeeping match.
I thought the last time he was on WWE TV technically was when he was Goonie.
What a classic. Good.
Oh,
hands.
capital G,
Oh, yeah.
double O,
double
double
N.
N E, or double E.
Gone. Goonie?
We'll just chalk that one.
Fired on live television.
We'll go ahead and chalk that one up to good
Well,
booking.
just not. His contract wasn't acquired. It was just kind of like, all right, we'll pay you out your contract for you to sit at home and not be here.
And then he used that, he used that money to partially bankroll TNA.
Well, and that's the thing. He's been a very polarizing figure.
In
I mean,
wrestling,
he's-
in general, yes.
But he's a second-generation wrestler and promoter. I mean, he's made significant contributions to wrestling over the past 30 years. As much as I joke with the 6,000 guitars line, I mean, in the mid-'90s, he was noted for representing both WWE and WCW intermittently during the Monday Night Wars, having two different stints with each company between 1992 and 2001.
Yeah, that's.
He was the guy that was noted for jumping ship pretty early on multiple occasions.
Yeah.
Including when he came back to WWE, having some pretty distasteful words for Vince McMahon that I thought was rather entertaining. And of course, why would I have that ready as I'm just thinking about it now? Oh well, if I can't find it, I can't find it.
Can you quote it?
It was something along the lines of talking about Vince McMahon's vision for the Jeff Jarrett character and how, in his opinion, that Vince's opinion sucked.
Seems pretty Jarrett-esque.
Yeah, I'm not doing it justice.
Another thing that I don't know is there. I mean, another thing that might be a bit it's weird just considering they brought back Angle like a year ago. Then Jarrett's gonna be there. I mean, I'm sure they'll keep it professional, but isn't there still bad blood between those two?
I don't know.
It just seems very. I don't know. It just seems very out of place.
I guess. I mean, I can see that, but I mean, they are both professionals. They did work together in TNA, and
yeah, but so did Matt Hardy and Edge.
I think at this
that
point,
whole thing happened.
I think at this point, a lot of those things that
Not
they
in TNA,
buried that
but-
hatchet, and both
Not
of them are
always.
looking to move on. There may be some animosity, but I think it's minimal at this point.
plus this seems to be the continuation of a growing trend of. I mean, we talk about how there seems to be every year one tag team entry, one women's entry, one posthumous entry.
And
There
then
also.
one bad blood entry.
I don't even know if it's bad blood, but it's more so of the whoa, didn't see that one coming entry.
Last year, who was it last year?
Well, I was going to go all the way back to 2013 because
Oh,
we've
yeah.
had one every year since then. In 2013, it was Bruno Sammartino
Yes.
because he was very outspoken against the WWE Hall of Fame for many years leading up to it, and that was a burying of the hatchet that nobody really saw coming. And then similarly in 2014, the Ultimate Warrior. 2015, the whoa, didn't see that one coming was, well, really there were two, Macho Man Randy Savage and Alundra Blaze.
Yeah.
Because neither of them, I mean, Savage, well, we know how that all went down. And
Allegedly.
Alundra, well, I meant his departure from WWE in
Oh, yeah,
'94
yeah, that one.
and kind of not looking back. And in Alundra Blaze's case, taking the women's title and literally dropping it in the trash can on Monday Nitro.
Yeah.
So really, yeah, there were the two of those. In 2016, it was Sting, because nobody really saw that coming. 2017 was Kurt Angle, and this year is Jeff Jarrett.
I was gonna say 2014 could have also been Jake the Snake as well. That was another. Didn't see that one coming.
Well, it's not that there was necessarily bad blood between Jake the Snake Roberts and WWE. It was just you thought that he was going to pass away before he got inducted.
Yeah.
And he turned his life around thanks to Diamond Dallas Page.
Well, yeah. Yeah, I actually just ended up watching the documentary on Netflix, and it's fantastic. I know I'm very much behind, but I was able to watch the resurrection of Jake the Snake Roberts. It was so good.
Well, did you see, and I don't know if this was from that documentary, because I'll admit that I'm even further behind as I haven't seen it, but there was something floating around on social media over the last couple of days of Jake finally getting some sort of specific surgery to fix his teeth, which haven't been right since the 70s. Like, he had upper plate dentures for decades.
No, they weren't really covering that in the documentary.
Okay, then that must be something new that just happened, because I saw DDP had shared that within the last day or so. There was some sort of special surgery that was surprisingly inexpensive, where they essentially gave him a fresh new set of teeth that weren't dentures that could be put on his upper lip. And something that I didn't realize is that a lot of times you would see Jake put his hand up to his face, and that was so as he was talking, his dentures wouldn't slip out, cutting promos.
Oh, so when he was doing this.
Yeah, he was essentially making sure that his dentures were readhered as he would put his hand up to his face.
You look in a man's eyes and realize I'm not stroking my mustache beard. Or no, my mustache. Why did I think mustache beard?
Mustache beard.
It was his mustache. I'm not.
Clearly.
I'm not.
Oh, mustache beard.
I'm tired.
I can't. All right, well.
Look, in my defense, I got nothing.
Oh, I thought you were going to go somewhere else with that.
I'm not gonna.
Oh.
No.
That one.
No.
Ted, note the time.
Oh, no.
Jeebus.
We'll go ahead and chalk that one up to.
Yeah, well, that's another one. I can't even begin to explain how that one's going to go. So I'm just going to chuckle at that. We'll get.
I know what you're referring.
I ask again.
You want to just shut the show down and just say, forget it, we're going to go home?
No.
No,
We're
he's
gonna
not
derail.
tapping out.
We're gonna regrettably so. I'm not tapping out. We're gonna derail this thing all the way till every single car is off the track.
Man, just full of ambition.
For all the wrong reasons.
Very much for all the wrong reasons. It's almost as if.
We're derailing this train so early, and I am so okay with it.
Except this time you're not.
It's not that I'm okay with it. It's more.
You've
Well,
just
it was bound to happen
accepted it.
eventually. How did it? I knew this day would come.
All right. Well, let's take a moment to recoup here and take care of our respective mustache beards, and we'll be back with Ed from Northeast Philly and more stuff here on Pro Wrestling Weekly on 1490 WBCB and online at WBCB1490.com.
Schedule a retirement planning strategy session with TFG Wealth Management. Mark Freed previews his technology others don't have access to and methods other professionals don't consider. Mark's maximum planning process takes you to and through a successful retirement. Call 866-296-8156. Mark Freed at TFG Wealth Management. That's 866-296-8156.
Investment advisory services are offered by TFG Wealth Management, LLC, a registered investment advisory firm in the state of Pennsylvania. Insurance products and services are offered through the Freed Group. TFG Wealth Management, LLC, and the Freed Group are affiliated companies.
Be sure to tune into Senior Legal Strategies with Henry Carpenter every Tuesday morning at 9, right here on 1490 WBCB.
All commentators heard on WBCB express their own views. Their opinions are not necessarily those of others on WBCB, including the staff and management.
You won't see termites crawling across your floor, but thousands might be devouring the wood in your walls, weakening the structure of your home. For over 50 years, termite proofing and pest control of the Delaware Valley has been in the exterminating business. If you think you have a pest problem, they're the experts. Call them today at 215-639-5455. That's 215-639-5455 for TPPC. Termite proofing and pest control of the Delaware Valley gives your home or business peace of mind, knowing your pest problem is in their hands. Located at 1560 Bristol Pike in Bensalem, they use only EPA-approved material applied by licensed technicians. Call Termite Proofing and Pest Control of the Delaware Valley at 215-639-5455.
Got the Luigi death stare from Fearon, so he might have.
I didn't give you the Luigi death stare. That's not true.
You're breaking kayfabe.
Breaking kayfabe. Gonna break something else during this commercial.
There we go. That's what I like to see.
And now, more Pro Wrestling Weekly with your hosts, Fearon Derry and Lucas DeSangro.
Are we getting into that controversy again?
I know how it feels, and it's not fun.
Welcome back to Pro Wrestling Weekly here on 1490 WBCB and online at WBCB1490.com. Fearon Derry here alongside Lucas Twitch DeSangro and Ryan from Northeast Philly. We're having fun and Mahoney busting all over apparently. And
Yeah.
Twitch is extremely tired.
Hey.
I suck today. I really do.
Today? Oh.
Oh man.
Oh wow, that's some nice low-hanging fruit
I
you
know.
picked there.
See how
We were here.
It's called
We're not
cherry
going
picking.
anywhere.
I know, kind of like this segment.
Thank you.
Man, I've been dropping a lot of Nick references this episode. I don't know.
Because we miss him dearly.
Yeah. I guess there is that. So we were talking about Jeff Jarrett in the Hall of Fame and some of the contributions that he's given to wrestling. Of course, co-founding TNA in 2002, winning the NWA Heavyweight Championship on 6 different occasions, 4 WCW Heavyweight title reigns, 3 WCW US title reigns.
The King of the Mountain match.
The King of the Mountain match, and in WWE was a 6-time Intercontinental Champion as well as a European and Tag Team title holder.
Beep, 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 beep. I'm sorry. I have his TNA theme stuck in my head. And yeah.
Oh, you poor bastard. Oh, yeah.
Now I do.
Good.
All right, let's.
Good.
I didn't want it.
I was
going
gonna
to
say, can we just point out what the King of the Mountain that title has gone through more name changes than Ed Leslie in WCW.
Interesting.
No, it has though. It was the television title. It was the Legends Championship. It was the television title again. It's King of the Mountain Championship.
Yep.
What is it now? We have to hand somebody a belt championship or some kind of.
No, I think that belt has finally been discontinued.
Oh, they wrapped it up. Okay, good.
Oh, and we also forget it was the TNA Global Championship.
Oh my gosh, it was. It is.
But yes, it was retired in August of 2016. So it did have about an 8-year run with the different. Yeah, it was the Legends Championship, then the Global Championship, then the Television Championship, and finally the King of the Mountain Championship. Kind of curious who held the title for the longest duration?
Of what name?
Not Lucas.
All of the above, just like all-encompassing.
Who?
I'll give you a hint. It's somebody whom we've worked with pretty closely on a few different occasions.
Abyss?
Bingo. Yeah, Abyss held the title for, well, it looks like in his second reign for 396 days.
What was it? What
That was when it was the television title.
Ah, yes. Back when they gave Devon the title at one point.
Yeah, and that's right. And he does hold the record for combined reigns of, or combined days with 460 between his two title reigns. I don't know, just some interesting stuff. All right, let's, somebody giving some interesting stuff on the look at the local scene. Let's go to Ed from Northeast Philly. Ed, welcome to Pro Wrestling Weekly.
Good afternoon. Samoa Joe will be at Adventureland store March 3rd, 7 to 9 p.m. in Voorhees.
Oh, that is, that is 1 week from today.
SWF 100 shows and counting will be in Total One, New Jersey, at the Elks Lodge tonight with a 7:30 p.m. bell time. James Ellsworth is on the card.
Oh, and thank you for reminding me because I'm a scatterbrain and I forget things like that. Our friends over at George's Cards and Collectibles at Neshaminy Mall, for the next half hour, it started at 11 o'clock this morning and goes through 1 o'clock this afternoon. James Ellsworth is at the George's Neshaminy Mall location. So hop in the car, put on WBCB on 1490, and make your way on over there to meet the man with two hands and a chance.
Rusev and Lauren will be at I Play America 1 p.m. on March 24th in Freehold.
Excellent. So March 24th will be known as Rusev Day.
That's what I was just about to say.
Every day is
yes.
Celebrate Rusev Day. New Moon Rising Wrestling comes out of retirement at April 14th.
And that is no April Fool's joke.
No. At the Homestead Boys Club, 7756 Stedman Street.
I'll have to dust off my old NMRW T-shirt that I have floating around somewhere at home.
Oh my gosh, I can't remember where mine is.
I don't have the lineup just yet.
There's still time.
Yes. Staying Alone Wrestling is tonight also, 6 p.m. bell time at the Landing Cape Community Center in Mays Landing.
That should certainly be interesting as well.
LAX, Emma, possibly Goldberg.
Huh.
Unless I'm looking at that thing wrong. Maybe he's going to be doing something with them later on.
Or maybe it was a typo and they meant to say Gilberg.
Gilberg.
That's what I was thinking, yes.
More likely.
JAPW Redemption, 7:30 p.m. tonight at the Rahway Rec Center.
Oh, okay, well, Rahway's I know a little bit of a hike, but...
Homicide, Maria Maniac, the Fisto, the Hit Squad, Sammy Callahan, and
Nice.
Black G's with Teddy Hart.
Teddy Hart.
Wow, Teddy Hart. Holy crap.
Man.
Looking forward to that one.
Do you know about the Chamonix Creek Brewery? Russell Pro's going to be there coming up.
Yes, the Hops and Headlocks event. That's it's going to be on St. Patrick's Day.
I
That
think
should
that's
be.
at 6 or 7 p.m. bell time.
Yeah, I've got the. It looks like it's a 7 p.m. bell time. It's called Hops and Headlocks, Neshaminy Creek Brewing Company versus Against the Grain, and that's going to be at the Neshaminy Creek Brewing Company at 909 Ray Avenue in Croydon, PA.
Can you get tickets at the door?
I don't know if tickets are available at the door. I do know that there is a link to purchase tickets on the Facebook page. And it actually goes to Neshaminy Creek's website, and you can get tickets for the Hops and Headlocks event. It's general admission $25, and that's courtesy of Ticket Leap.
Oh. And Newman High School has a fundraiser with Breaker Moran.
Oh, okay. As I'm pulling up, I'm like more. Okay, so yes, you can get them at the door. It's $30 day of, as opposed to $25 in advance. And it says present live wrestling matches presented with WrestlePro Live. Matches featuring Pat Buck, Nikos Ricos, Matt McIntosh, Bobby Wayward, Chris Payne, Dan Maff, Buster Jackson, Anthony Bowens, Job Security, Lost Boys, and many more.
CPA?
Well, it doesn't have CPA specifically.
I'm
listed.
I'm hoping he's included in the many more.
Duly noted.
And big event 4 or 14 in upstate at the Warrior Plaza. Like a who's who of talent. Like Ivory, Dino, Tyrus, Rich Swan, Regal, and Michi Oakland. Not to mention the Hollies.
Oh, that is definitely not a who's who of who's that, that's for sure.
Plus more Brandy Rhodes and LAX.
Ah, very nice.
Hey, it's somebody's who's who.
Yeah, no, it's a lot of who's who's.
Right?
And Chuck Liddell. I think he's an MMA fighter.
Oh,
Yes.
Chuck Liddell's going to be there also. Okay.
Really? Oh,
Chuck
wow.
Liddell. I think he's an MMA fighter.
He is definitely an MMA fighter.
That's a who's who.
Then that's what I thought I heard his name somewhere in the last couple months. That's about it.
All righty. Well, appreciate the look at the local scene as always.
Making the rounds too.
Yeah, Ronda Rousey, I mean, she's gearing up, but she's going to have the contract signing tomorrow night at Elimination Chamber. And
She's
we'll
going to
be
be
able
up in
to...
Ohio, making her first appearance, I think.
Definitely should be something to look forward to.
Maybe she'll do something in the Philadelphia area.
Who knows? Time will definitely tell.
Yes. Happy Rusev Day.
Hey.
Yes, happy Rusev Day. All right, we'll catch you next week, Ed.
Right.
Oh, wow. Yes, Rusev Day indeed. And I think we might have lost Lucas.
No.
He's fading fast.
Yeah.
Like his championship reign. No.
Wow.
That's already, it's done.
Dude, how many times are you going to come at me for that?
Is that 2?
No, that is multiple. Like, not even on the air, like off the air. Is that all you got?
3.
Is that all you got?
That's all I need.
Is it?
That's it. It was in my notes.
Well, this is the time where we go off the script.
Oh, boy. Uh-oh.
Yeah, that's about where we are.
Ah, man. Hey.
See, sometimes I've got the perfect drop at the perfect occasion, and other times, just when I think I have it, it slips through my fingers.
That's it.
Yes.
Kind of like Twitch's No.
Oh, wow!
That's my Spider-Man moment. Everybody gets one.
Hey.
Unless you're Ryan, apparently
I've
everybody
already
gets
taken
5,000.
What, 4?
Shut up! I'm talking.
Oh.
I may be fading fast, but that doesn't mean you can step on me.
He's an angry former
That's what everybody else is for. I just made Twitch do a spit take.
No, I kept it in.
Oh, you kept it? Okay.
Nice.
It was hard.
It was more of a Shawn Michaels.
It was difficult, but I kept it in.
Like your shtick.
I'm trying so hard not to curse.
This is a challenge more so than other days, eh?
Yeah, because I'm exhausted.
Duly noted. Well, we'll let you recoup for a minute while...
Oh, will you?
Yes.
Does that mean you're going to just take more jabs and hope I don't fire back?
No, it's where I'm going to get to talk about... This is the segment where you usually drone out anyway, because we talk about our friends over at the Broken Goblet Brewery.
Hey.
As you're droning out now. See?
It's more when you talk about the beer, but...
That's all right. This is my favorite segment.
Don't get me wrong. I love Broken Goblet. I'm not of legal age to drink.
Okay, but they have... All right.
But they do have great food.
Yes, they do. And you know what? I'm going to go off the script and talk a little bit about that here.
Thank you!
Don't
rip up the notes. We still need those.
All right, here we go. We'll crumple up the notes. How about that? Oh, goodness. So, yes, some of the great food, all from Nick's Roast Beef, based out of Northeast Philadelphia, including some of their great appetizers like their mozzarella triangles, their pork roll, egg, and cheese bombs.
I think it was Nick's Roast Beef. We had the, what was it, like the buffalo waffle fries?
No, that was a different truck. But they have their famous gravy fries that are good.
The one time I try to contribute.
Keeping that one.
To the Broken Goblet drops, but of course you're not going to keep that part in.
Well, you tried.
Context? What is context?
We don't need no stinking context.
Anyway, they've also got their Italian chicken wrap is amazing, as well as their pork sliders are really good as well, served with the sweet potato fries. See, I'm talking about this and now I'm getting hungry.
Good.
Yeah, their cheesesteak egg rolls as well. I mean, just a few of their fantastic food. And now Twitch can drone out because things are going to get spicy tonight as well at the Broken Goblet Brewery at 1500 Grundy's Lane in Bristol, PA, because returning to the Broken Goblet at 8 o'clock tonight, hosted by Dawn, none other than...
Kinky Quizzo?
You are correct, sir.
Yes! Woo! See, I do pay attention.
Well...
You won't keep that one either.
Well, I can see why you'd pay attention to that, you freak. Come in and get out of the rain with great brews like the Deep Impact IPA, Old Toby Belgian Ale brewed with basil, the Rye Saison, or the Yin Yang Oatmeal Stout. And don't forget, releasing on March 10th, on tap and available in Crowlers, is No One Likes Us, We Don't Care. Twitch's favorite title.
Yes, because no one likes me. But I do care. I do care quite a bit, actually. Except for Ryan. He can go kick rocks.
Fair enough.
Because that's the only version of that
way that you can.
Yeah, that's the only version of that I can say.
That's all right.
Indeed. No One Likes Us, We Don't Care. A 6.7% unfiltered IPA, dry hopped with Vic's Secret and Equinox hops to bring out the pineapple, passion fruit, and citrus notes. And since the brew is dedicated to the passionate championship speech of the Eagles' Jason Kelce, well, the Broken Goblet just yesterday received clearance from Jason Kelce to partner with Connor Barwin's Make the World Better Foundation.
Ooh.
So, yeah, the proceeds will be donated to that fantastic charity. Just a few reasons why it's always a good time at the Broken Goblet Brewery, 1500 Grundy's Lane in Bristol, PA. Broken Goblet Brewing, the semi-official brewery of Pro Wrestling Weekly. Please enjoy responsibly. Meanwhile, well, you can enjoy this show irresponsibly, and we'll be back with more irresponsibility.
I was going to say, how do you think we get prepared? We don't. Well, I mean, you do.
You don't?
Yeah, I was going to say you do. I don't.
I take meticulous notes, and then we normally go off the script.
And then you make copies to give to me that I usually don't read.
He drew all over them.
I circled it.
The whole thing. He just
Not the whole notes, just a certain segment of the notes.
He didn't even
read
read
the page.
Twitch doesn't pay attention to the notes, and he don't care.
That's right.
Yeah. Fair, yeah.
Keep that one, too.
It's upside down.
All right, we'll be
It's
back.
not upside. Stop fabricating, Ryan.
Time to go to commercial.
What? He's calling the shot. Fearon, he's trying to hijack the show. This isn't fair. How am I the only person seeing this?
And when we come back, Lucas still has no championship belt.
All right, this is Pro Wrestling Weekly here on 1490 WBCB and online at WBCB1490.com.
We all have the ability to touch the lives of those around us. To someone going through a difficult time, a text, a call, or a visit can mean so much. Reach out to the veterans in your life today. Let them know they're not alone. One simple act can make all the difference. That's the power of one. If you're a veteran in crisis or know one who is, visit veteranscrisisline.net for free 24/7 confidential support.
Join Rebecca's Forecast Tuesday at 10 a.m. She'll take your calls, questions, and fill you in on what's happening for your personal sun sign. Join Rebecca's Forecast once again every Tuesday at 10 a.m. right here on 1490 WBCB.
Hi, this is Dr. Lee Piccarello inviting you to tune in every Friday morning at 8 a.m. to The Head Game, a must-listen show for athletes and coaches of all levels and ages. Mindful Athlete Training in Newtown, Pennsylvania is a mental circuit training program that prepares the athletes to perform at the highest level of today's game. Athletes get into the zone faster and stay there longer. Tune in every Friday morning at 8 a.m. right here on WBCB 1490 AM and throughout the world at WBCB1490.com.
Pro Wrestling Weekly presents Today in Wrestling History, February 24. On this date in 1991, WCW held its Wrestle War pay-per-view. In the main event, Barry Windham, Sid Vicious, Ric Flair, and Larry Zbyszko defeated Brian Pillman, Sting, and the Steiner brothers in a War Games match. On this date in 1997, WWF Monday Night Raw aired live from New York City. In the main event, The Undertaker defeated Farouk by disqualification. This episode also showcased 3 matches from ECW wrestlers. On this date in 2003, WWE Monday Night Raw aired live from Toronto, Ontario, Canada. In the main event, Booker T won a 20-man battle royal to earn a World Heavyweight Championship match against Triple H at WrestleMania 19. This has been Today in Wrestling History, February 24. Welcome back to Pro Wrestling Weekly here on 1490 WBCB and online at WBCB1490.com. Fearon Derry here, about ready to play mediator and security between Ryan from Northeast Philly and Lucas Twitch DeSangro, who at this point I think they're about ready to fight for a job here.
I don't want to talk about it.
It's getting ugly.
I don't want to talk about it. It's too much.
How much time do we have?
We got about 12 minutes, a little less than.
You're asking for time cues?
Yeah, I just have to have an idea where I'm at here, you know.
All right.
Read
Well,
your notes.
Chew your gum.
You got any? You got any gum?
It's a Spaceballs reference.
I get it, but I don't have any gum.
Do ya?
Yeah. Moving on.
I can't with you two.
We're taking over.
We
Wow.
are not doing anything.
Yeah, no, you haven't done anything yet in the last hour.
We've got the We've got the RWO in the house here taking over apparently. All right, before there's more before even more hell breaks loose.
This is real.
Something kind of interesting is what looks to be broken as far as the
My spirit.
That too. But the shift of the 2018 pay-per-view event schedule for WWE.
Oh, I got
Yes.
Look at this
Yeah, as they have they've released the full schedule of 2018 events, which after the current ones of Elimination Chamber tomorrow and Fastlane coming up on March 11th. You've got WrestleMania on April 8th, Backlash on May 6th, Money in the Bank June 17th, Extreme Rules, which was initially scheduled in September, that's now on July 15th. SummerSlam on August 19th, Hell in a Cell on September 16th, which was moved from September 30th, TLC on October 21st, Survivor Series November 18th, and Clash of Champions on December 16th. Now, this may be a huge crack in the brand split armor because, they're listed as featuring Raw and SmackDown wrestlers starting with WrestleMania. So it looks like Elimination Chamber, that'll be the last Raw-specific pay-per-view for a while, if ever, and same thing with Fastlane and SmackDown.
Yeah. I don't have a problem with it as long as they just keep the. I mean, as long as the shows are separate, I don't have a problem with it. Because you know what? Now it gives people time to have. Like, it gives the shows time to have storylines actually not be rushed. If we're actually going to. Like, remember last year leading into WrestleMania, there were two different stories. It was Survivor Series, and then they were also trying to, like, cram in the whole feud between Dean Ambrose and AJ Styles because the TLC was literally that next Sunday. So the go-home show was also the show after Survivor Series.
So it created a cluster.
Oh, my goodness, yes.
My thing is, I have no problem. I think they should cut down on the pay-per-views like they did, but you got to keep them separate. If you're going to have separate brands, you're going to keep everything separate. You might as well keep the pay-per-view separate.
How does that work,
Limited to the 3 or 4 major pay-per-views.
So what? SmackDown gets 1 month, Raw gets the next?
Yeah, I mean, it gives you more time to build feuds anyway, going into any pay-per-view. For each
You know
show.
what else gives time to build feuds? Exactly what they're doing right now.
On
which
regular
is
TV.
Cutting
on Raw and SmackDown.
Well, they did cut 2 pay-per-views from the schedule, the May 27th Payback pay-per-view and the July 15th Battleground events. Neither of those are listed on the new schedule.
Which was fine. I don't think anybody will really miss them.
So Extreme Rules is, in a sense, replacing Battleground, and Payback is out. Pretty much they opted against having 2 pay-per-view events in May and September, and they're only advertising 1 pay-per-view event per month from WrestleMania going forward.
Good. I don't have a problem with that. I like that idea better than trying to keep track of, wait, when's this and when's this? It's just easier to keep track of, when the pay-per-views are going to be. And also, I don't like the idea of having, like, a unless I understand the build to, like, a Big 4 pay-per-view being a lot longer than a regular pay-per-view, but that's when the longer build should be. I can't stand... Sorry, let me clarify. If there was going to be a build into, like, probably what they do, like 5 or 6 weeks sometimes leading into Mania for a build, or like the Royal Rumble, if they were going to do that for, like, Battleground, it would just infuriate me.
Yeah,
it really would. We really only need those long builds for those pay-per-views, except for Survivor Series.
Yeah, we certainly could see here.
But the thing I will say is I don't want there to be, like, more, but it would be nice to see a few more interpromotional contests going on. Like sort of how like when they had Randy Orton versus Brock Lesnar. When they used to do, like, a Big 4 pay-per-view would sometimes have, like, a SmackDown superstar versus a Raw superstar.
But I don't think it has to be done a lot.
No, not a lot, but
maybe once or twice.
Yeah, once or twice. Well, definitely
Survivor Series.
But they
and
always
WrestleMania.
Yeah, I
understand.
understand.
Those are the two. Those would be the two for me.
I think there should be. I mean, Survivor Series is all about Raw versus SmackDown. But I liked the idea of them having Randy Orton versus Brock Lesnar, and they built it up for that SummerSlam. So maybe SummerSlam and WrestleMania, and then also Survivor Series. But Royal Rumble's pretty much.
I'm not in love with the idea of Raw versus SmackDown at Survivor Series either. I think with the depth on the roster, and I feel like they have enough time to build feuds for Raw and SmackDown.
Most certainly. And some Facebook feedback coming in. John from Northeast Philly, in referencing TMZ and social media, says they're real quick to start the Bring Hogan Back discussion, yet when it occurred originally, they were quick to start the Fire Hogan discussion. So double standard.
Yeah, they're leeches.
And he says, regardless of who is in or coming back, what CM Punk said about part-timers is becoming more and more true.
Thank you.
Including the one on this show. Part-time.
I'm not trying to be the host.
No, true.
I am.
I'm serving my... purpose.
he has on the Pro Wrestling Weekly Facebook fan page the Jeff Jarrett shooting on WCW and WWF YouTube clip, so that's appreciated there. And as far as us going off the script, Eric from Minnesota noting script, where we're going, we don't need the script.
Oh.
All right,
we
got...
don't need no stinking script.
What we do need is predictions. Elimination Chamber, yes. 6 matches, 1 on the kickoff and 5 on the main show. We'll start off with...
Is Ryan going to play this game as well?
I don't know if we can for the sake of time.
Okay, thank you.
I'll keep it brief.
Yeah, he had too many bustings on your belts
you
to
used up your chance to play on making fun of my fact that I lost the title.
I'll tell you what. Here's what I'll do. I'll pick
You're
somebody.
Gonna shut up.
I won't say anything
Here's what
else.
you're going to do. You're going to shut up. And you're going to put your pick in a special box,
That's
and
what
then we're going to throw that box out.
That's what the guys that took the tag belts from you said.
No, it's
Shut
not
up.
actually. They
All
said
right,
they
Ryan,
didn't say anything. They need
Ryan,
my partner in the face.
That's enough.
All right.
All right, you're done here with you. All right. So, yes, Luke Gallows and Carl Anderson against Bo Dallas and Curtis Axel, the Miz Taraj, and the Club.
The Club.
All right, that's where we're going with that. Okay, in the Battle of the Weird. Twitch versus Ryan.
Well, if it's weird,
Woken Matt Hardy against Bray Wyatt.
If it was the Battle of the Annoying, it'd be an even matchup between Ryan and I. But
I'm gonna win either way, but Bray Wyatt.
Hardy. All right.
Bray Wyatt.
All right, I'm going with Hardy on that as well.
Yeah.
And I'm going with the Club also. Sheamus and Cesaro against Titus O'Neil and Apollo for the Raw Tag titles.
Titus worldwide.
Oh,
the bar takes it.
Because I realize too many of our picks are matching, and I just really want to see them do something more with Titus and Apollo Crews. So.
Fair enough. All right, the Asuka versus Nia Jax. If Nia wins, she'll be added to the Raw Women's Championship at WrestleMania 34.
Asuka.
Okay, I'm going Jax. I'm thinking triple threat.
I'm also going Nia Jax.
And then we've got the 2 Elimination Chamber matches. Ladies first, Alexa Bliss, Bayley, Mandy Rose, Mickie James, Sonya Deville, and Sasha Banks. I say Bliss retains.
Yeah, I was going to say Bliss retains, but you know what? I'm thinking Sasha Banks.
Oh, that's a no-brainer. Alexa Bliss retains.
All right,
because
and
they
the
really
7
look like they're building for that.
7-man. Braun Strowman, Elias, John Cena, Roman Reigns, The Miz, Finn Balor, and Seth Rollins. 7-man Elimination Chamber #1 contender match. Winner faces Lesnar at WrestleMania 34.
Balor.
Oh, I'm going Braun.
I also went Balor.
We're both going to be wrong. It's probably going to be Roman.
Yeah, it's a possibility. Although I wouldn't mind if they walked with Elias either.
Cena
but
already
we'll
won.
See if that happens. All right, so we've got 2 minutes left. Time for
birthdays.
Very good. 3 + 2 Brucey bonuses. On this date in 1977, Floyd Mayweather Jr. was born. The multi-time heavyweight boxing champion with an unprecedented 50-0 professional boxing record, who also defeated the Big Show in a no DQ match at Mania 24 in 2008. He turns 41 today. On this date in 1980, Shinsuke Nakamura was born.
Ooh.
The eccentric SmackDown superstar and former all different kinds of champions in New Japan Pro Wrestling.
IWGP heavyweight and Intercontinental champion.
And Intercontinental and Tag Team champion, and winner of this year's Royal Rumble, set to face AJ Styles for the WWE Championship at WrestleMania. He turns 38 today.
What, he's 38?
Yeah.
Wow.
And on this date in 1984, Matthew Polinsky was born. The former NXT Tag Team Champion turned color commentator for Raw and SmackDown, better known as Corey Graves, turns 34 today. And the Brucey bonuses, 2 things outside of the world of wrestling. On this date in 1947, David Goldstein was born. The singer, songwriter, and Tony Award-winning playwright, best known as Rupert Holmes for his 1979 chart topper Escape, the Pina Colada song, turned 71 today. And on this date in 1950, George Lawrence Thorogood was born. Yes, the singer and songwriter,
nice.
best known for his high-energy boogie blues tunes, including One Bourbon, One Scotch, One Beer, what I'm going to need after this, as well as Bad to the Bone, turns 68 today.
Wow,
Ryan, I want to thank you for joining us. Twitch, I want to thank you for staying awake through most of it, or at least getting angry enough to be awake for more than most of it. And
I didn't know he was here.
Oh, all right, enough, you two. All right, they'll take it off camera.
Asking for a beating.
All right, they're fighting off mic here. Ted Efaw's next with the Country Roads. Until then, play us out, Nutsy.
1 o'clock and all's well.
celebrating 60 years of broadcasting excellence. We're 1490 WB.